Bubba dubba. Man, have we got a lot of stuff to go. Super excited happening. New sponsor. Hopefully some big donations coming in. 24-hour stream. I have been printing and printing, 3D printing since Wednesday. I think Wednesday night. And I've just and again, I'm brand new to this, so several of the prints failed. Several of the prints didn't come out complete. Several of the prints um, look amazing, phenomenal, fantastic, and I can't wait to show y'all a model that I helped design. Because I'm so excited. It is super cute. It is my absolute favorite model. It reminds me of X, my first Teenage Mutant Turtle character I ever made for the Palladium system. Oh, beautiful. Oh, off screen. Whee! Oh, loud. Bless you, man. Oh, mic work? That's working. Acting silly. Just acting silly. Can you hear me now? All right. Off. I must have put on the noise blocker. Go sit. There we go. If you're on Facebook, I posted a link to the stream. If you're on Twitch, thank you very much for watching. Excited to be my mini all the games playing on the 4-hour stream. Just 25 days. We are 25 days. I'm pretty excited. But hey, Mike Snorlax Ramirez, thanks for sharing. You're number one. Also, if y'all guys haven't started playing the new called Pikmin Pokemon Go, Niantic Pikmin Pokemon Go, the Pikmin Go, and I was playing it all day yesterday while we were trick or treating with it. It's a ton of fun. It's just to get your steps in. No catching like there's with Pokemon. But it's a lot of fun. Ba do do do. Oh, I can't see any chats from other than so if you're not on Facebook or if you're on Twitter, Twitch, just give me a hey, howdy, hey in the chat box so that I know that you work with this. Hear me now. Why? Maybe that's why I assume that. Can you hear me now? Oh, that's much better. In fact, I should probably turn it down. There we go. In the yellow. Looking good. All right. Well, it is time to go. It's me, Big Mike, your favorite Big Bad Nerd Dad. I'm super excited to talk on the stream today about all the cool stuff that I've been printing from Dice Head. the miniatures company based out of UK. Super nice guy, Andrew Pauly. Come up with some beautiful, creative, chibi, anthropomorphic minis, and they are adorable. I can't tell you how much I love these things because I just kept printing and printing and printing, and even when I failed, I was like, I have to get these minis out. I have to get these minis perfect and beautiful looking, and I printed out so many minis for both myself and Lulu because Lulu loves these little things. And I'm super excited because he just announced today that he's coming out with a war game. So these were meant to be for RPG alike. So you have some cool RPG figures, and now he's coming out with a war game, so you can use these miniatures within the war game, which I just thought was super cute and super cool, super smart. Another reason to use his miniatures. And the war game has very streamlined, simple rules, and we'll be going over those in days after I've had a chance to play test it and actually play the game. Because the game looks fun, simple. It's something that I will play with Lulu. It's a very simple war game, and it's like playing a game of D&D. You've got an armor class. Everybody has 3 to 4 hit points, so it's perfect for little ones to learn and grasp how to do a war game. But what we'll move on to now, this heap. When I say heap, I mean a heap of miniatures that I printed out. Side view. At all. Put this down a little bit so you don't wife in bed. So these are all the miniatures that I printed off from Wednesday night to Saturday morning. Stop Saturday morning, Saturday night. Stop after Saturday morning just so I could take a break and really just to admire what I've printed so far, because he has come out with some amazing miniatures that I want to show y'all. Again, this is Dice Heads. I've been talking about them for months now because I did their Kickstarter. So here's a little raccoon rogue. This little dual wielding daggers. Be better if you could see it. Shine is from all the little layers that it took to print him. These came pre-supported, so all I did was download them, load them onto a USB drive, plug it into my 3D printer, and bloop, it print these models. Boop, 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 boop. And I was doing about 5 to 6 models at a time. Such a cute model. Lulu's gonna love painting this little guy. And then if this wasn't cute enough, Dice Heads, the models that are coming out this month for the war game are a brand new set, 4 new rabbit miniatures, a sorcerer, a rogue, a ranger, and a fighter. They're all super cute. Rabbits and foxes this month. You get 4 rabbits, 4 foxes, and I believe you get a minotaur. You need to go and put in for the Patreon because I won a free month from him. So I think that's going to be this month, which is fantastic because it's going to come with this month's Patreon comes with the Zuntalis War Game. I think he calls it Battle Royale. That's his wargaming system. And it comes with the 4 rabbits, 4 foxes, and a minotaur, because it's also, these models can be played with in a 5e scenario. So that's also included, is the 5e scenario. So you got the little wreck. Ah! I'm going to save the best for last. I will save the best for last. Look at this little mole artificer. Look at this little guy. Got like a little steampunky outfit, goggles. He's got two little bottles on his belly. His boots are super cute. Got this little steampunk backpack. Then a power glove. Got a little power glove connected. I know I keep saying I'm printing these things out for Lulu, but I absolutely love them and I think they're super cute. I can't wait to paint myself. Alright, so we did the raccoon rogue, the mole artificer. Here goes a axolotl rogue. A little face mask. Got the little bumps on his head. Got little bumps on his. Hey Haley, thanks for watching. Haley Burrows. Thanks for watching. Greatly appreciate it. We're raising money for Extra Life. So if you want to give me a little message, it'll shoot up a link for Extra Life. Facebook won't do it because I can't those auto post. Life link. Look at this little guy. And fierce, really. A similar stance to that of the raccoon, but he's got it. This one's the axolotl has a little cape, niftier tail, and I like his blades. His blades are curved and look meaner, in my opinion. So there's the axolotl rogue, an axolotl ranger. Look at her. Down to her little chibi boots. Beautiful bow, which has some nice details in it. You can see those like wood grain on the side. I need to shave it a little bit. Got a little hood. Has her own little sword. Little quiver with arrows. The axolotl sorceress. I love axolotl. And one thing that I did when I went back and started printing these was that I printed them smaller. What I noticed when printing the other ones, so this is a normal size axolotl barbarian. Normal, a smaller size raccoon. The reason I did that is a normal size miniature is pretty much dwarfed by the regular size characters of Zoontalis. In this little axolotl fighter who's supposed to be thinner and smaller than the barbarian dwarfs this normal human. Human miniature compared to the axolotl day and night. So I was like, you know what? Let me just downsize it a little bit. So it's a little bit smaller. And when they're on a base, they'll be closer to the size of the normal miniature. This is more 28 millimeter. These are more 32 millimeter heroic, or a larger, grander scale. That's my This is my character for Call of Cthulhu, Gerardo Angel, a fake psychic. Axolotl Sorcerer. Printed 2 of those raccoons so that Lulu can have 1 to paint and I can have 1 to paint. Not that I don't like Lulu's paint job, but different from mine, and I prefer my paint jobs. Here goes a little cat, like a cat swashbuckler, like meow, meow. He's a bobtail cat. He has a little bobtail, and then he's got a little satchel and a rapier, because he's a swashbuckler. How cute! And again, I'm brand new to 3D printing, so I've learned a lot from 3D printing these miniatures, like cleaning them after they come out of the resin, drying them off properly before I put them to cure, because if you don't dry them off properly, you get like this wet look to them. A Hogkin Skeleton Warrior. And right there in his face, that's right here, a little bit shinier than it should be. That's because I rinsed it and cleaned it, and then I dried it off, but I didn't dry it off thoroughly enough. So it left this real thin layer of alcohol and resin. And that real thin layer of alcohol and resin cured, looking very slick. So there's nothing wrong with it. I just need to make sure I prime it correctly and take care of it. But that's not the way it's supposed to look. It's fine. We're learning. Learned a very valuable lesson. Oh, here goes the Hogkin Fanatic. So a couple weeks ago I showed the Porcus model. Porcus, of course, has followers. Here's little minions. Dee, 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 dee. He raises the dead. I'm excited to have these little guys and print out a bunch more of these skeletons, and a bunch more of these fanatics. Hey, William Wright, thanks for watching. Means a lot. Porcus. So along with this big bad Porcus, what I figured that what I would do is I would paint I would print the normal miniatures just about 20% smaller than supposed to be, closer to the 28mm. For all the big bad creatures, I'm going to keep them at their normal size, which is 32mm heroic. That gives us huge, beautiful models like this Kitsune Demon. He was one of the ones that I learned I need to dry them off properly before I curing. Has a neat little whip, crazy looking mace. Yeah, the mace is all slick looking. Definitely should have dried that off better. I'm sure there was stuff in the recesses after I let it go. Put it into cure. And that'll take away a lot of the detail. But I'm lucky because I dried off the wings real well. Wings have these cool, like, designs in them. Whirly and mystical looking. So I thought that was a pretty Remember, if you're having a good time, please like the stream, share the stream because it helps me get more viewers. It helps Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube algorithms. And if you're watching me via YouTube, very much, I can't see your comments, but I'm very glad to have you here. The Kitsune. One of the stretch goals that I was super happy that we got was this little crocodile paladin. Look at this guy. Got a little croco shield. Crocodile plate. Got crocodile belt. This cute little spear. Cha-cha-cha. I think I should have printed him out a little bit bigger. But I like him. A mouse druid. I left some supports. Flip it at the base of the support. And it pop right off. A little mouse. Look at her staff. Like a little apple. Top of her staff. The way the model was made, she's actually floating off the ground. They're dangling under. Mouse. Sorceress. Yeah, some mouse sorceress. The druid looks different. But Quakoa, that did not. This is where I messed up real bad. I didn't dry him off properly. Or I put him to cure, so now see how he looks all slick. He lost a lot of detail. He was smaller than I anticipated. He's a Quakoa rogue. Kind of looks like Deadpool. But I feel kind of bad for the guy, so I'm going to reprint him. Down to our last 4 miniatures. And then we'll build some heavy gear. Check out this feisty rabbit. This Wabbit Wangel. Dual wielding crossbows. This rabbit ranger took me 3 tries to print. And on the 3rd time, I went crazy with supports. Supporting all over the place, but putting supports onto supports. I don't care about the resin at this point. I need her printed. I want her. I know that Lulu's gonna love her. One of the ones that Sabrina pointed out and said that Lulu would probably love this one. A beautiful little rabbit. I have a Finnick barbarian, a little fox barbarian. Mo Fox. Mace. I did a real good job on this one. Got like a little chain. He goes all the way around him. His Warhammer is very detailed. I have a bunny wizard. A rabbit wizard. Get a Swiffer duster. Beautiful, beautiful designs on the clothing. Printed perfectly the first time. Again, Dice Heads has done an incredible job making these miniatures, number one, and then supporting them in the 3D file. So they're supported just perfectly so that they almost always print perfect the first time. Could be user error with as many times as I've messed up. But save the best for last, because this is the model that I helped design. Armadillo Monk. Look at this little guy. Popping his knuckles. He's getting ready for a fight. A little hard to see, but he's got like wrist straps. They go up his hands. I can't wait to paint him. I want to paint him. I want to paint one because I love them so much. I printed two. Two of these little guys. One of them I'm going to paint up normal, and then the other one I'm going to paint up with like a luchador mask. He's going to be my Dice Guardian. That's cute, right? My wife thinks it's cute. That's all that matters to me. But as for the rest of the night, we are going to build here. I had a crazy day at work. I want to relax and a model, but I find therapeutic, fun. That's soap. I thought it was resin. I was like, no. So, Crusader 4 here. Warrior 4. Warrior. Warrior. Alright, so if I'm correctly. Regular warrior. Build a warrior 4 tonight. It's been a while since I built these. They're fairly easy to build. I'm gonna pop out I want this one running, so we're going to do the running legs today. You know what? I'm a huge fan of the rocket launch. Rocket launch. Pop out the back plate. They call it a butt plate, but it's a back plate. Backpack. Angled arms. Careful when you're about the cross piece side. Plate plate. Now that I've built enough of these little guys, I know what the pieces are, what they look like, where they go. First time that I built one, it took me 2 hours. Actually, rocket. So we're gonna hold that sprue. Might need it later. It's You gotta be real careful when you're doing this. You don't want to cut yourself. Thankfully, I have a very hands-on, rough job. These bear claws are fairly calloused. Hard for me to get cut if I'm careful. As long as I'm careful. Go. There. Honestly, this is the most relaxing thing in the world for me. Build some a lot of fun painting, but assembly and the customizing of the miniatures that I truly enjoy. Careful. Got a bit of a hunk I've got to cut down and around. Shave off even. There we go. Not want to get cut. Reminds me I need to get together with Joe. Talk about playing another round of heavy gear. Or I get lost in Wild West Exodus again. Buddy posted something on a Wild West Exodus forum and it got my blood pumping because I really do like that game. They're in the middle of a rules change though, so I was like, oh, wait. They have all the rules because I have all the models for the Outlaw faction. I love running regulators, which are like the outlaw lawmen group with Billy the Kid. Hey, what's going on? Real RKO Stunner 619. Thanks for popping in. We're just building some heavy gear miniatures. They're basically small Gundams. I absolutely love them. Like they're itty bitty Gundams. True. Michael Bradley, what's going on? Just building some heavy gear right now. Thanks for tuning in, giving me a like, sharing the stream. Everything helps. You, thank you so much for sharing the stream. Legs. For sharing on Facebook. It helps out a lot. Shave the back. Smooth and flush. Archeo Stunner. Oh, House Guardians of the Galaxy. I heard Guardians of the Galaxy was actually pretty good. Think about there's a ton of like skins you can get for the different characters. Ah. I know I've been meaning to play my Xbox. I need to get back into Monster Hunter and keep those juices flowing because we are less than a year away from Monster Hunter World board game coming out. I went all in on that Kickstarter. Oh wow, a second playthrough already. Cool. So I'm guessing it's got a lot of replay value. Usually if I finish a game, that's it. I'm done. The only reason I like Monster Hunter is because there's so much of a grind. There's all kinds of gear and stuff you can get. I really need a reason to keep playing a game. Or like Pokemon. You can just go back and keep collecting Pokemon, actually playing against other players, like that. What helps with the replay value on Guardians of the Galaxy? Lots of choices. Are there multiple outcomes for the game, like multiple endings, depending on your choices? Kind of like Chrono Trigger. Trying to get everything for that game. I understand. You're playing on PlayStation, getting the Platinum Trophy. Hear that? I'm not a trophy hunter myself, but I understand the concept. I sat there and watched one of my buddies play the Spider-Man PlayStation game to get the platinum Spider-Man fan. And the Miles Morales game came out and he had to play that one. But yeah. No, I'm just relaxing tonight, putting together this mini. Spent the past couple of days 3D printing all these different out. A plethora of minis to paint. Trying to stay away from the Halloween candy that Lulu and me picked up yesterday. Oh, baby. Oh, that's cool. Like, there's very few games that I've 100%ed simply because once I finish a game, I feel like I finished the game. So, flipped. Shave down. Get a little bit of glue. Go. Bit of glue to attach the torso to the hips. I'm gonna want this guy looking upward. All angled hips. What I really like about these minis is it takes the glue really well. Lock right in there. Then boop. Go. Hips are straight. Boom. Hips and torso. Leg. Work on these shoulders. You know, when I first started modeling, um, I felt the same way. I had people build my models for me and then I painted them. Um, but after, what's it been? 11 years? After 11 years of playing different war games and messing with models, this is actually the part that I like. I like getting them clean. I like making sure everything looks good before you paint. Takes a little bit of practice, a lot of patience. Okay. Right, so the hip and torso Good to go. So if you watch how I do it, I have fairly big tremors. To steady yourself, you want to get a 3-point stance. So I always put my elbows, look right here in the camera, always lay my arms on something to help steady, and then with my hands touch whatever I'm doing. See, this finger right here is going to touch the glue bottle, help steady everything. That gives you like a 3-point of contact to help steady. Brian Hooper, old friend of mine, taught me that trick. And then Glenn Welch told me to eat bananas before you go into it, because that'll help steady your hands as well. The potassium will help steady you. An old army trick. On him up. Tilted his head a little bit. It actually looks like the model's looking up. So because the glue's so good, I'm going to put on the back piece. Then start working on the legs. It's literally like a Lego set. This plug goes into this hole. Boop. That's it. And the cool thing about these miniatures is they give you a lot of freedom to cut the pieces. Like on one of the other models that I did, I saw the leg, give him a different pose. I'll bring him out in a little bit. Proud of him. The glue on shoulder, nib. Or I'm cut all off this. Yeah, oink. That simple. Bit of our Loctite. Put it right there. A little bit of Loctite. Inside. Arm. Arm unit. The rocket launcher. Rocket launcher go. Boom, boom. Right, so got the rocket launcher. Just a little bit of glue in that notch. Attach it to the shoulder nub. Boom. Now he's ready to rock. Ready to rock it and roll. Oh man. And I always try and aim the weapons just slightly up, so it looks like I'm aiming at my opponent, not at the other heavy gears. Because I'm a menace. John Cena wrote a song about me many called Bad Man. Get up. Gotta hold that back plate. Get these legs locked in place. Go. What I really like about these models come with different styles of legs and arms. Have different angles to try and work with. Of a action pose. Assemble for newer players. Players aren't just hacking and slashing at their models. Setting them up. It helps out tremendously. Alright, just get a little bit. A lot of it. I'm just gonna crank glue in there. Alert going. So, as you can see, maybe not. As you can see, got his little foot tilted, like he's in a running stance. Instead of just having two legs on the ground, standing. Got one bent backwards, an action pose like he's running, like that TikTok trend where they're like, I think it's really funny. I like it. Drop a little glue on this. Arm in here, sideways. It has a shoulder mounted rocket launcher. On. On and in. Better out than in. I An angled rocket launcher. So this literally took me 30 minutes to build. Not even 30 minutes. Anybody can do fun. If you would like one of these models for free, go to my Facebook page, private message, I'll send you an email. I've got dozens of them. Probably more. Hey, cousin Alicia, thank you for watching. Just building some tiny robots.